Hey guys, welcome to another episode. We're gonna build on what we worked on in the last episode of the action time bar sequence. So, what I want to do next is when the time bar reaches 100% or completely full, I then want the battle UI to display on the lower left side. And the battle UI that I'm at least talking about now would be the action menus or action buttons like attack, magic, flee, and item, or run and item. So that means we need to start building some more widgets. And so today's episode will be about UI and connecting the time bar to these widgets. There's a few different ways to go about it. I'm going to try, just like the theme of this channel, completely new ways that I haven't done it yet before, but I think it's going to be beneficial for the long term. And then let's just review what we started or left off. I'm pushing G again to show these. I want to scoot the player character back a little bit because every time I start, I'm firing off print screens. Still. Oh, interesting. I thought these were because I was a distance away, but oh, they are. Okay, they're still firing. They must be on begin play plus. Okay, so that's a good sign. Anyway, what I wanted to focus on was the bottom right, the action time bar. It goes a little quick for my liking, at least for testing. So I'm going to open up the blueprints. Actually, no, UI where we built this. I'm going to go over to the graph, and then I'm going to reduce the speed by making this a little bit smaller, adding a 0. And I want to leave myself a note for later that this is the speed source. The fill scale was where I should really be focusing on. Okay. So, back to our plan. When the action time bar reaches 100%, there it's going a little bit slower. I can at least see it. I can change it as needed, but when that reaches the end there, I want a new menu to pop up, which means we have to create actually several menus. And then I'll have to decide whether to use approaches with blueprint interfaces to connect the two widgets, or use a widget switcher. I've never used that before, or use set visibility nodes. I might have to do a combination of all three. So let's get started. I'm gonna build off of UI and even the battle UI. So I'm gonna right click here. I'm gonna add a new, is it widget? Yeah, widget blueprint. User widget. I'm gonna call this WBP. This is gonna be our action button. So we're starting with the button, and the button is going to be added and stacked into a separate menu. And then that separate menu is going to be stacked to an overall battle UI, which is actually where this is going to be as well. So the battle UI, that last one I just mentioned, is going to combine all of the battle UIs together. You have to kind of stack them like this. When I first started, I thought it all just belonged in one widget, but it's not very modular that way. This is the preferred method. So we can drag and drop. So we've got our action button. We're going to add a canvas panel here. And then we're going to add a button. And with that button, I don't know if I center it. I'm wondering. At least for these, I think I'm going to go towards the bottom left. So we'll reset. So I put the anchor on the bottom left. We talked about anchors in the last episode. The size, I'm just going to make it... Oh, a neat trick you can do is you can put the time symbol or the divide symbol or plus, any of the mathematical, I forget what you call them. But anyway, you can do times 2 and 30 times 2. So that's our button. And you know what? I'm just going to center this because I don't like that it's outside the canvas panel. So I'm going to center it and we will see how that works. The text within it is going to be variable. I just don't know if I do that here or in the next level up. Let's see what happens. Let's just put it here for now. There's the text, so that's going to be our button. It's going to be variable. This is going to be the action button. And this is going to be the text. Button text. Okay, I'll compile. Now these are going to be added to another blueprint. I don't know if there's supposed to be like a parent-child relationship between these. I'm just going to build them separately because I don't know. Oops, not blueprint, but widget blueprint. Let's do a user widget. We're going to name this one WBP action menu. Okay. We're going to add, canvas panel now. And then if you type in button, you'll see the one we just made. WBP action button. This is the one I want. And I probably want several of them, but you know what? Even before that, I've already added it, so you can do it a couple of ways. I could do a vertical box, drag it here and move it around, but I think we can also do, just click it, right click, wrap with vertical box. So then everything should be within that vertical box. It kind of doesn't look like it. Because I was hoping I'd do like this. I guess maybe even wrap this with the size box. And it's still not really inside there. Okay, well, got this going. I'm just going to keep playing along, figure stuff out. So I'm just going to center this again. I'm just going to center these until we figure out the right way to do this. Because I thought these text blocks should be like inserted within the vertical box. Let me try this. It's probably going to do the same thing, but delete. What if I wrap this with a canvas panel? I mean, wrap this with the vertical box. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. What about if I updated this to a horizontal box? Okay, I mean, that's kind of cool. Okay, I clicked undo a few times and now it might crash on me. Didn't save. Okay, I think we're back in business. don't like any of this. Like, I just like that better. Maybe do I not need a canvas panel? What if I replaced you with the horizontal box? Nope. Yep. All right. Nope. I still want to replace you with the canvas panel. I don't know why the heck they're all... Oh. They're all stacked on top of each other. Wrap with the size box. Nope. Wrap with stack box. It's a little bit better. I am just getting carried away. Okay. I liked like the very first one that I did, which was what I thought I should be doing. So I want to put, oh great. I'm just going to start over. I'm going to delete all of this. Okay, so now that we are in the WBP action menu, what I'm going to do is add a canvas panel. And then we'll search button to find the buttons that we all did. Okay. And then we're gonna select those, wrap with a vertical box because I want them stacked. I'm gonna leave it at that for now. So we're feeding this action button, rolling it up to here, and we're gonna roll it up some more. Can I not choose the text here? Okay. So I have to set the text elsewhere. So we control space, open up our widgets. We're gonna add another one now. Let's go right click, widget. And we're gonna use another widget, and this is gonna be WBP. Battle UI. So now in here, another canvas panel. Now we're gonna add the action menu. Okay. And now, actually, this is perfect. Now we can even add the time bar to this. So now you can imagine, we'll put this anchor on the bottom right. Now we've got the time bar where it belongs. I think I just learned something too. So I've got the time bar where I want it. And in the battle UI, it's got where I want it too. So for here, in the action menu, I'm going to go all the way down to the action button, put it at least anchored where I want it. Where's that going to be? Canvas panel button. Yeah, let's put the button on the bottom left. Compile. Let's clear these anchors. Maybe do like, nope, like 100 and 100. Nope. And then we'll do 100 and minus 200 on the next level up with the bottom left anchor. Oh. Okay. Anchor would be here, bottom left. Start over. What did I do? 100 and minus, oh no, minus 200 and minus, okay, what is minus 200? 200? Are they both minus 200? Yep, minus 200 and 200. Position XY. Oh, 100. Oh my gosh, I'm messing this up so bad. 100 and minus 200. Okay. So now we have like so much padding going on in between. All right, so I figured out the reason for this gap is the culprit over here. I put the button and I migrated, or I changed the positioning so that it was like inside the canvas panel. So I'm gonna revert that back to 0 and 0, and you'll see what happens when I see right here. This was the issue. I'm gonna compile it, and now they're stacked nicely. Now I can come over here and I should be able to add some padding somewhere, maybe right here. Where do I add padding? Is it at the, probably down at the button level. No. Padding, I think just one. Compile. Yeah, that creates just a slight separation. Watch if I click undo a couple times. Oh yeah. Just a nice slight separation with a padding of 1. Okay, now we're over here looking good. So if I push play, this is not going to be visible because we have not added it to the viewport. So let's push play. Right now I've still only got this. So back to today's strategy. When the time bar reaches 100%, I want this to display. But I also have not added something else that I meant to do. So let's put a background. I'm gonna wrap. Can I wrap with an image? Nope. I can do background blur. Let's just do that. Oh, that's kind of ugly. Can I do? How can I do this with an image? I guess what I want is for this image, but I want it rooted up higher. Nope. I want there to be a background here. Just make this a super obvious color so I can see what's going on. So what happens if I rotate that up? Anything? No. And I'm actually limited to the vertical box size here, so maybe that's not the best spot. Let's go to the canvas panel. Oh, but can I do like a size override or something? Size. Can I do ×5? Is it gonna be limited to the, yeah, it's not gonna work. So it's tied to the vertical box. That's okay. But can I do override? Nope. And might just deal with this later. I can do what I think is the improper way, and just kind of go like, but then I might be pushing it. Oh no, I'm not pushing it over anywhere. So if you change the Z order, then it, you know what? I'm just not going to mess with this now. And then it comes on over here. And then so here, so the battle UI, that's where I can start doing the padding and putting it where I want, rather than doing it at this level. So the anchor is good, that's good, but this is where I did the position size that I kept. Okay. So when this fills, I want to display this. That's the first step. And then I want each button to pull up a different menu. This is going to be attack. This is going to be magic, item, and run. I think I have to start with here because what I want, need to restart the bar after the turn is taken. That's fine. We can do that. But what I want is to call this. I think I'm going to start with the blueprint interface. And I'm probably going to put it here. And then Yep. I might put in another event to this branch. Can I do this? Can I test this? Custom event, test. Can I have two? Oh yeah. Because then I'm going to have this be a blueprint interface. And the blueprint interface is going to be test. So it's going to be this widget calling out to anywhere else, including the character. And I think we're going to go about it that way. So I'm gonna need some blueprint interfaces. So let's go to blueprints, interfaces, BPI enemy area. Okay. Let's go new interface. BPI. I think this is gonna be a action button. Action button BPI or battle UI. Let me think. I'm gonna name this BPI action button. Yeah. Okay. So I'm in blueprints, interfaces. I think I want to have like battle mode and explore mode. Because this is going to get ugly fast. Oops. Battle mode. And right click. Explore. Okay. So we are right clicking, accessing our blueprint interface. This first function we are going to call show action menu. And the next one, hide action menu. Because in the time bar, I want, when this runs or hits or executes, I want to show the action time bar. In the Final Fantasy VIII battle system that I grew up to like, when the action time bar is running and nobody's turn is up, then the widget is hidden, the action menu is hidden, and to me it looks cool because then it just shows more of the battle map. So that's what I want to replicate here. So I was here, so I got a show and a hide. I don't think I need to add anything here. But I think now here I come to settings. Oh, interesting. Oh yeah, there we go. Whew. I thought maybe I can't even add interfaces to a widget. We're doing all kinds of new stuff. So let's go. The hell did I just create action button? Okay. Here we are. So I want to right click, implement the event. So What do I want when that happens? I want to show. I want this to trigger and show. I'm not going to put this here because what that means is it. I might do something like that to like restart the timer. No. Well, let me go to here and then to here. I think I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to implement the interface here too. Oh, interesting. So why can't I add it here? How strange. Is it because there's no variables? Like, why can't I add an interface to this widget blueprint, user widget, but not this one? It's so strange to me. Implemented interfaces. Is it just because I don't have a variable? Like, what happens if I add a variable? Tests. Ah, really? Okay. Was I in the wrong thing? Oh. Ah, how strange. Was I in class defaults or something? No. Okay, well, I guess maybe in order to have interfaces display, maybe you need a variable here. So I know I'm pretty sure I'm going to need it here because I want these two blueprints talking to each other. So let's add the action button. All right. Compile. And now I just need to think what needs to happen. So yay reaches 100%. So when it's set, when the is ready occurs, I need it to fire. I need it to tell this one add to viewport display. So I'm going to get my action menu. No. Yes, action. I need to rename this. Action menu. I need to rename this action button menu. Nah, that's fine. Actually, yeah, I'm going to rename it because that's already confusing me. File, save all. Blueprints, UI, action, rename, button. Is that fine since it's already open? Yep. Okay, didn't break anything. Not advised. Okay, can exit that. Alright guys, sorry I had to pause and figure this out because that took some time and I had a crash. So let me just recap. Actually, let me show the result. So I'm going to push play. When the bar reaches, our widget displays. That's what we wanted. Try it again. Boom, boom. So mission accomplished. Still running around, but that's okay. When we're in the battle, well, it depends. We'll see what happens. But I want to highlight the difference, what happened here. So when the set bar was ready, when the set boolean was ready, we get the player controller and we do a BPI message, show action menu. I can't remember if I stopped before or after, but we created a BPI with action button and two functions, show action menu and hide action menu. There's no inputs or outputs. In the action button, I think there's no logic here. All good. Action button menu as well. No logic. All good. And the battle UI, we had some logic, and we started with our first functions. There's nothing in the event graph, okay. But we had to create two functions. A show action menu function. So by doing so, we just clicked on this plus icon. Show action menu function is what I named it. I'm going to delete my one that I did a sample. And then we take the action button menu, and that's what we're going to toggle on and off. That's under the set visibility for show function, and for hide function, same thing, but set visibility is to collapsed. And in the designer tab, the default, I think it's is it the canvas panel though? The button is set by default to collapsed. So while it's loading, it's hidden, and when it reaches 100%, then it displays. And then before I cut off, what I learned was this is what was happening. A lot of the code I was trying to do was in the battle UI, but it's best placed in the character. Actually, I'm sorry, the character controller, not the character. So the character controller for the third person template is in the third person folder under blueprints and the third person player controller. We're getting very close to creating our custom player controller and custom character because I want more flexibility, and it's just the best thing to do. But I'm highlighting the workflow. It's from the event begin play, at least for now. We create the widget. We set a battle UI reference, which is a variable of the WBP battle UI, this one here. Then we add it to viewport. And then this, I'm still trying to work with this. This is, I think, optional at this point. Set input mode to game and UI. You know what? I want to test something. Let's see what happens if we do set input mode UI only. So I wonder if when it reaches, is our player going to be frozen, unable to run? Yep. I'm using the WASD keys. This guy cannot run, but I can still highlight and choose the text boxes. Cool, so that's how that works. I don't want to do that yet. Set input mode, game, and UI. So while we're testing, we're not limited. And then this is where the magic happens with blueprint interfaces. Instead of binding event dispatchers, our very simple blueprint interface connects the controller to the battle UI. This short of a code, it's amazing. So on the blueprint interface, event show action menu, all we have is a reference to our same reference that we set above, the battle UI reference, and then the function that I showed. So you go event hide action menu to hide action menu. And that gives us this cool result. Ready, set, go. We've got it. That's going to be it for today. In the next episode, what I want is to update the text from text box to be attack, magic, item, and flee. And then we're going to work with widget switchers. So we're going to have another new concept, something I haven't worked with yet. And we're going to click on attack. And then I think the first widget that'll pop up will be like an arrow to indicate who you want to attack. Magic will open up a box with the spells, and then item, same thing, inventory. With probably with the data table we've already started, that's going to be nice. And then run, that'll probably just hide the UI. All right, thanks everybody.